All right, everyone, it is update time for the dual CR250 builds. Now, before we get started and have a look at all the parts that have come in and what has been going on with the rest of the bike, I just want to put an apology out to the subscribers that voted on the voting polls that I posted. I should have done a little bit more research on what the availability of some of those parts were, because as it turns out, some of the winning vote parts were not available, or the colors were not available. And we'll get into that a little bit more as we go through and have a look at all the parts that come in, but I just wanted to get that out there right now. Let's quickly look at what we got over here on the bench. At the front of the bench, we have, all the way from the UK, from AS3 Performance, a brand new sprocket set for the non-OEM build. Amazing value. If you've never heard of AS3 Performance, there'll be a link in the description down below. You're going to want to go check out their website. They have all kinds of aftermarket parts for all kinds and all brands of bikes. Okay, up here we have a brand new foot peg set. Now, these foot pegs are actually for a Yamaha YZ65 all the way up to 450F, but they are a bolt-on product for the 1989 CR250. They don't show up on their website as that, but I have done the research and they fit right on, and I've even tried them out already. You simply take off your old foot peg and slide this one in and drop in the pin, and they're a perfect fit. Okay, we also have a brand new rear brake line from AS3 Performance, brand new front brake line from AS3 Performance, and a brand new aluminum throttle tube. Okay, moving on over, a Magura hydraulic clutch. This was a voted item, a voting poll item. It took a little while to get here, but here it is. Yes, we did get the hydraulic clutch. Now over here we've got some bolt kits that we'll need for both bikes. Coming on down here is another voting poll item. This was an upgrade front brake reservoir, master cylinder. This is off a CRF 250X. This was another voting poll, and you're going to notice right away that the winning vote is not what is sitting right here. The winning vote was actually for HRC covers. It turns out the supplier was not able to get me them in aluminum, only in black. Second place was Boyson Factory Racing covers, and that is what we are going with. Even these were hard to get in all aluminum. I had to reach out to Boyson and ask them if they would be able to help me out, and they came through. I have, for the build, a rad valve. Check this out. This replaces your OEM insulator. It is a complete package. It changes your reed valve block and your intake insulator with one part. You get the rubber insulator up here, you get the all aluminum intake block here, and then you've got your reeds as well, already put together in one package. If you're looking at replacing your stock insulator and reed cage, head on over to Boyson. This is an amazing value. It all comes in one kit. The price is fantastic, and you're going to love the performance upgrade that you get from that. Okay, we're going to move on now. We have a brand new front and rear rotor. We have the engine seals for both engines. We have the engine gaskets for both engines. Here we have a stock bore piston for the OEM build. You'll notice there is not another piston here for the non-OEM build, and that is going to be a surprise that is coming later. We've got a brand new OEM grip for the OEM bike. We've got a new throttle tube for the OEM bike. We've got new hoses for the non-OEM build. We've got front and rear brake pads for both bikes. We've got brake line guides for the rear. Is this one for the rear in here or the front? These are for the fronts. Brand new brake line guides for the fronts. We've got new shock seals, or pardon me, fork seals. We've got rear brake line holders. And here we've got every single bearing that comes on both bikes for the suspension and wheels. The engine bearings are coming in. You can also see we've got brand new shock heads there. We've got OEM bolts sitting in here and more to come. All right, so down here we have another voted on item that I was unfortunately not able to get the highest vote. The highest vote voted for gold rims, and I just couldn't get them for my hub type. So I went with the second highest vote. We picked black. I think black's going to look amazing on the bike. I went with DID. I like DID rims. It's original hardware that came on the Hondas, and you can pick them up directly from DID online. Okay, now we're going to pan over here. We've got brand new GPI rads in these boxes for both bikes. Aluminum rads. Then over here, we have the aluminum DID rims for the OEM bike. If you're looking for seat foam for your bike, this is where I recommend you go. Head on over to gutsracing.com. In this box here, I have the non-OEM build. I've got a brand new red Guts Racing gripper seat cover. And I've also got the brand new seat foam. In this box, I have again another brand new seat foam for the OEM build. So here we have all of the parts that still need to be restored, cleaned. I've started the cleaning process on some. We've got all of the axles all over here cleaned, ready to be stripped and replated. And then we've got the shocks and the intakes and air boxes and everything down there, triple clamp stems there, fuel tanks. Those are going to take a while. And we've got the forks, and I got something special that's going to be happening with the forks for the non-OEM build as well. Then over here we've still got the engines that all have to be reassembled. All right, last but not least, the frames are back from the powder coater. Check them out. Prismatic, fighting red. They look absolutely amazing. It looks like, I've said this before, like somebody's coated them in glass. My camera does not do justice to the color. They are a much deeper red than what you see here right now. I'm getting a lot of light that is brightening them up. They're a lot darker, deeper red. The way that this powder lays into every single spot on the bike and flows out, it just amazes me every time. Like, I do powder coating myself, and I've used other products, and they do not lay down or flow out the way that prismatic powders do. All right, we're going to pan over to the other frame here, and this is where I'm going to show you how this powder just seems to find its way into every little spot, to the point where every part of bare metal is covered. Like, just look at that. I mean, he obviously had plugs put in all of the holes because we want to be able to retain the threading and not have to run a tap through everything. But I'm going to show you at the back here, and I hope it focuses properly, because back here is where I've had frames where the powder just did not get into. Now, my applicator is really good at what he does, but if you're not using a good product, you run into issues. So right in here, like the powder goes all the way right inside. It covered up every part of bare metal. There will be a link in the description to Nick Industries so that you can go over there and check them out and pick up some of their powder if that's what you're looking to get. They also make a product called Cerakote, which we'll be using in these builds as well. All right, so that's going to wrap up the update. I got new parts coming in all the time. I'm going to be doing a lot of cleaning and restoration here real soon, and I'll be posting videos all the time. So if you're not a subscriber, you're going to want to subscribe now. Hit that subscribe button, because it also gives you the opportunity to vote on any of the voting polls that I'll be putting up. Now, I'll be doing a lot more research on the future voting polls to make sure that I can actually get what it is that the voters vote for. So if you're new to the channel, share with your friends, leave some comments, and I'll catch you all next video.